Hello and welcome to Euphoria. In this video we'll be continuing the series on the design and build of a Lego modular building. This is going to be the town hall for my Lego city and have an important place right on the main square in the centre of the city. You can see all about the design of this MOC in the previous episodes in this series, which walk through the design process and some of the choices made during the design. Today I'm excited to be doing this video because we should be completing the build of this MOC by adding in the minifigures to populate the building, and then we can connect together all the modules and sections that we've been making in previous episodes, and we can see how the whole building actually looks in real bricks for the first time. So follow along as we finally complete the build of this MOC. First, we're going to look at the minifigures and place them in the building so that it's populated with the staff, workers and visitors that will make the building into the busy town hall that it should be. During the design phase, we worked out the minifigures that we're going to use for this MOC. Here's a link to that video, and of course all the other design videos are linked in the description below. If you saw the design video, you'll have seen that we're going to use the minifigures from the LEGO Ideas set 21336, The Office, as they are all, of course, office workers, and they're really suitable for populating the town hall, which is mostly an administrative and office environment. We also need the mayor herself, which is a minifigure I already have for the city, and we need a chef to work in the kitchen and catering department, and a caretaker or janitor to help look after and maintain the place. So this is the staff complement for the town hall, including the minifigs from the office and the additional minifigs I just mentioned. So now all that's left is to decide where to place the minifigs inside the building so that it's populated with the officials, workers and other minifigs that are working in or visiting the town hall. Although the minifigs from the Office set represent characters from the US TV series, I'm not really taking into account their roles, characters or function from there. We're just going to place them according to where I think they fit best in the building. Each floor level of the building is built as a separate section that can be removed to obtain access to the inside of the building in the style of the Lego modular buildings. So we'll be going through the different areas and rooms in the building, floor by floor, to place the minifigs in the building. So let's proceed with placing the minifigs in the building. Let's start with the basement or semi-basement layer. There's quite a large area in the semi-basement and there are several rooms down here, but many of these rooms are equipment spaces or used for storage, so we don't really need too many minifigures down here. Also, in this model, the semi-basement is only 3 bricks high because it doesn't extend below the base plate. So we're not going to put minifigures down here, not even the janitor in the janitor's room. But there is the top half of a maintenance man that we put down here during the original build to show that it's meant to be a full basement height that goes below ground. Once I place the town hall in the town square, There'll be lots of minifigs outside the building, but I'm going to put a couple of extra minifigs outside the building right now to help give it a sense of scale. There's a young man looking slightly mischievous and a businessman type figure. The young man is not a standard minifigure. I just made him out of minifig parts that I had. The businessman is a standard minifig, but I might have changed his hair. The young man can be on the pavement, just walking past the building, and we can put the businessman in the entrance, just on his way into the town hall, perhaps for a meeting with somebody. Now we'll look at the ground or main floor of the building. The left-hand wing is the kitchen. So of course in here we need to place the chef. Next to that is the main function room with its lovely patterned floor. Here I think we need the janitor to be making sure that the floor is kept sparkling clean. I don't think we need anyone in the hallway, but on this side of the building we've got the reception area. So we need to make sure we've got a receptionist at the desk. So I'll use this figure for the receptionist and this figure for a visitor at the reception desk. You might be slightly disappointed to find that I'm not going to have a minifigure using the restrooms at the moment. Although I suppose we could have somebody washing their hands at one of these wash basins. Let's have a look at the first floor. That also has the main section of the building and two wing sections. The left-hand wing is the Chief Clerk's office, and we're going to make sure that we have a Chief Clerk busy at his desk using this figure. On the left-hand side of this floor is one of the main office areas in the town hall. So in here we'll have several minifigs looking busy and keeping on top of the town hall's administration and finances. On the right-hand side is the mayoral support office, and again we need several office workers in here busy supporting the mayor. Although it looks like one of them has just popped out of the office to get some water from the water fountain in the central area. The right-hand wing is the mayor's office itself. But I think the mayor is out doing some important PR work. Oh yes, now it would be nice to show that the roof of the portico at the front of the building is also accessible from this, the first floor. So what we'll do is to put a couple of minifigs on here, and what I have in mind is to change a couple of these tiles to jumper plates or tiles with a stud, and on here I'm going to add a little scene where the mayor is having her photo taken. I think that makes quite a nice little vignette. So that's quite a lot of minifigs on the first floor. The second floor doesn't have any wings, so there's just the large council chamber on the left-hand side, the central lounge area, and the meeting room on the right-hand side. I'm going to leave the council chamber empty, ready for the next big meeting. In the lounge area, we can have one of the members of staff taking a short break, or maybe getting a coffee. And in the meeting room, there's just a small training session for some of the staff. I've used 3 of the minifigs from the office set in this room. So that leaves me with 1 minifig. And it would be nice to have someone using the stairs at the back of the building. So I'm going to change one of the stairs to a plate and put a minifigure in the staircase at the back here. And that's all the minifigs in and around the building. I think that was 18 or 19 minifigs altogether. Now that we have all the minifigs in the building, we can finally start to connect all the different modules together to assemble the whole building. We'll start, of course, with the module that consists of the base plates, foundations of the building, and the semi-basement level. This also includes the pavement outside the building, the base of the portico, and the steps leading to the entrance. The ground or main floor of the building comes in 3 sections, as we've seen before. I'll place the main section on first. This just clips on and needs careful alignment with the base of the portico. This ground floor module fits closely over the front doors and also fits closely over the doorway for the rear entrance. The left-hand section, which is the kitchen, fits onto the basement section on the left-hand side, and the right-hand section, which is the restroom, fits on the right-hand side. The first or upper floor also consists of 3 sections. The main section is, of course, this set of office areas with all the minifigs, and it just clips onto the centre section of the ground floor. The left-hand section of the first floor is the Chief Clerk's office, and that fits on top of the ground floor section and next to the main office section. The right-hand section is the Mayor's office, and that fits on to the right-hand side here, with access through to the office area in the main section. I mustn't forget to add the roof of the portico with its newly added minifigs, which can be accessed from the doors in the front of the central area on the first floor. The second or top floor just occupies the central section of the building with the meeting rooms and rest area, and that of course fits on top of the first floor. On either side of that are the 2 sections of roof for the wings, which just clip on to the wing sections and fit alongside the main section of the building. The roof for the main section of the building just clips on top, and as we saw when we built this section, the gables fit over the top of the gable ends built into the floor below. That's only done like that because the decorative feature in the gable extends beyond the layer of tiles that separate the top floor from the roof. And finally, we can top the building off with the clock and carillon section that clips on top of the centre of the main roof. So that's all the modules of the building finally fitted together. All the modules fit together as planned, and I didn't have any issues fitting it all together. We can see that at the back of the building, the rear entrance provides access into the main floor of the building, from where the staircase goes all the way up to the top floor. To finish off, I'll place the two bollards that go at the front of the building on the pavement. I may want to move these when the building is placed in position in the town square. The two lampposts also go on the pavement here at each side. These lampposts are in the double style that I use for the main plaza in my Lego city, which is where this building is going. So that's the build all completed. I'll just leave you with a few more shots of the completed town hall. I hope you've enjoyed watching the design and build of this large MOC. If you've been following along with this series, you'll have seen how we started with the inspiration for developing the design for an impressive new town hall for my Lego city. We developed an initial concept for the building and looked at various options for its layout and design. Then we went through several stages of design, working through an outline design, designing the structure, looking at the details of the design, and finishing off the design, including the interiors and minifigs for the MOC. Then we had to obtain all the pieces to make the model, and there are nearly 5,000 pieces in this MOC, and that's before we added the furniture and minifigures. And as you've seen, it's taken quite a while to build the model itself, as there are lots of modules that make up the whole building. There were a few minor changes as we went through the build, so during the build I've also been updating the computer model with those changes. I may want to make a review video later looking at what worked with this model and what might be improved. But before I do that, I'm keen to place this finished MOC in its intended location in the city, where it will proudly overlook the main city square. So look out for a video all about placing this MOC in the city. Don't forget to hit the like button and hit the bell button to be notified of new videos, and subscribe to the channel to see more about my MOCs, other builds and ideas, and updates on my Lego City.